What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another football game. Instead of a normal podcast like we normally broadcast on Wednesdays, we are doing a football game for the Bradford Middle School. There was an internet issue, and I have tried to revive as much of the footage from Facebook as possible. Hope you all enjoyed this broadcast. Catch us here on YouTube every Wednesday night as late as 7 p.m., as long as my Comcast internet cooperates. Otherwise, catch us on Facebook Live around 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, as long as David and them are available to do a show. Thank y'all for watching, and hope y'all enjoy this football game.
Did they miss some coaches down there too? I'll let you talk about that coaches in a minute. So they won't be on the leftovers there yet.
Okay, Jenkins.
You ready?
I'm on.
Okay. Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special edition of On the Spot with David Rogers. Hey, we could be talking about politics, we could be talking about community things, but we are going to be talking about community things as we're here for a special football game between the Lake Butler, say that 4 times straight in a row, Lake Butler Middle School Tigers against the Bradford Middle School Tornadoes. Joining me on color commentary tonight is Mitchell Gunner. Welcome in, Mitchell. Glad to have you. I know you've been on that On the Spot Motorsports things, but I tell you, glad to have you in the booth. Glad to have you helping me call this ball game because Brian Bagwell is driving all over the state of Florida doing his delivery, so I'm glad you're able to be here.
It's always a pleasure, David. I really appreciate the opportunity. You know, I love racing, but there's always room for football, and what better way to be here on a Tuesday night watching two teams go at it that are undefeated.
Undefeated and could determine the SMAC championship because that's what these boys play for sure. So if you're just now joining us on the spot with David Rogers. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure.
Your hands are between you and the camera.
Oh, okay. I'm up to the 39-yard line. So this will give them really, it was about the spot where that ball was from, Mitchell. I would have just taken that play and made it second down, wouldn't you?
I believe I would have.
Yeah, but I think that's a pre-snap call, so they had to move it back first. And a long ways, about 25 yards. They got to get inside the 25-yard line, actually to about the 23 for a first down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snaps the quarterback. They're showing blitz. Here we go. The quarterback's going to take it to the 50, to the 40, to the 35, all the way down to the 32-yard line. That's a great pickup of about 18 yards. And this is going to be second and manageable.
Here, number 14 there,
Cameron Hampton.
Jonas. Picking up that tackle there. That could have saved us in a touchdown.
Yeah, the players that everybody's highlighted, of course, is Ray Preppage and Cameron Hampton, number 14 for the Tornadoes. And as a matter of fact, Ray Preppage is in the ball game now. Let's see if he lines up at the running back position. That is start at their own 17-yard line. Full house backfield. Quarterback's looking, he's running to his right, throws a little flare pass out there and it's incomplete. Overthrew his intended receiver there, number 14.
Well, that was Jonas there that he overthrew. Great coverage by the secondary of the Tornadoes there.
Yeah, it was. Even if he'd have caught that, he would have had a first down. But I'll tell you, that was great coverage. He just put a little too much air up underneath that pass, Mitchell. Looking at second and 10 from the 17. Did they come to the line of scrimmage right here? One receiver out here to the right, over here to the near boundary, just outside the hash. Nobody on the left side, everybody real tight. Gives the ball to his running back. He's got a nice little crease, but then he gets spun on at about the 21, 22-yard line. Still going to be about a pickup of about 4 yards.
Well, that was Jonas again there over the run, and man, what a great tackle out there. And I'll tell you what, he wouldn't have made it very far, even if that guy missed that tackle, because I'll tell you what, there was a sheet of red waiting on him.
Yeah, there was. But he did manage to get almost 6-7 yards there, so it's going to be third and manageable, 3rd and 4. Line the game's the 26-yard line. The Tigers moving left to right on your radio dial. They did that tight formation again. The quarterback's about 4 yards deep. Now he brings that wing back in motion, almost like a wing tee. And I think this may be a false start on the Tigers. Let's see, unless the Tornadoes were lined up in the neutral zone. It's going to be against the Tigers.
Yeah, we let one of the linemen kind of walk back a little bit, and I'll tell you what, that'll bring out that yellow hanky every single time.
Yeah, this is going to be bringing back 5 yards. So, Mitchell, this always kills you. A 5-yard penalty, 10-yard penalty, but in this case, 5-yard penalty was third, and just a little more than 3. Now it's starting almost 9 for that first down. So, right now, the Tornado defense is swarming as they're looking at a 4-3. We're running a 4-3, almost like a hybrid. They got their head coach, Travian Clayton, is the head coach, the assistant head coach, and the offensive coordinator is Reggie Thomas. He coaches the quarterbacks and the running backs, and we'll holler at that in just a few minutes as we get ready to call this play. Union County, South Carolina, their running back takes it up the left side, and he's going to be down. I think his knee hit Mitchell as he was trying to go around the left side to the far boundary, and before he got the hit, I think his knee went down, so the play would be dead. That's a great pursuit over there by the corner and the defensive end for the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes, Mitchell are coming in that 4-3 look, and then they'll walk up like linebacker and make it almost like a 5-2 look, and they're playing cover 1 as the free safety is standing at his 40-yard line.
It makes it really difficult for the offensive line to pick up a blitz if they're going to both come in, one going to come in, both of them going way back. So it makes it very confusing for them to pick up if they decide to
raise the ball on the run, and he was getting pressure, and that came from the defensive end side, and that looks like number 11 right there for the Tornadoes, and that's Jamar Jr. Carter, as he's listed on the roster. So great pursuit there, and Say having just throw that ball away.
Yeah, I tell you, man, they're going to join us a lot. I see them going number 14 quite often here early. To show me that he's probably the playmaker on the team.
The playmaker, so it's going to be third and a long trail. The ball now, the Tigers will be moving right to left on the radio dial, and here's a quick punt and over in short kick. That'll be fielded at about the 48-yard line, and that's a nice tackle by the gunner there. Number 2, as he tackles him at about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, number 2, he done a great job there, and that's Gavin Smith. Just a great open field tackle. You don't see very many of those anymore on any level.
And that was a great over-the-shoulder catch by the return man, and he fielded it, and he tried to go around the left side, and the gunner right there was there to tackle him for about a 5-yard loss. So the Tornadoes still have great field position, ball in middle field, starting at their own 44-yard line.
Well, it had me worried a little bit there when he went to go field that punt. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I would do that. It came out good on the good side, so.
Yes, it did. Here we go. The Tornadoes lining up 3 receivers on the left-hand side, 1 receiver over here to the near boundary. Ball right in the center of the field. Shotgun snap will be their quarterback. Southpaw Lefton's his running back. Looking. Throws the ball out here on the left. Oh! In and out of his hands. He would have caught the ball at the 49-yard line, and he had running room there. He may have been gone on that catch. And I'm trying to catch the number there for the Tornadoes. Is that number 3 right there, Trayvon Williams?
It was Trayvon Williams, and I tell you, man, Jonas was right there. He probably heard those footsteps coming up behind him and got him a little nervous.
Yeah, Trayvon Williams just went right through his hands, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line, ball on the near hash. David Rogers, Mitchell Gunner, and David Holland here.
Control that.
Okay, and do you have my producer director right there? He wanted to tell you himself bad internet connection right now, so just bear with us. We'll try to bring you the ball game as best as we can. Here we go. Brings that receiver in motion. Nice run up the middle, and Bill had 11 yards, and he Tiger first down. Great run there by number 4. Just straight up the A-gap, Mitchell. I mean, that had looked that up, and that was a great run. That's probably one of the biggest plays the Tigers had all night.
Yeah, they done their job on the line, that's for sure. Open up the hole, and a great pickup.
Yeah, they need that, and trailing 22 to nothing. They need to get some kind of score right here so they can get back into this ball game. 6:30 left in the second quarter before we go to halftime. Remember, it's 8-minute quarters here in middle school football. The Tigers on the move. They are at their own 40-yard line. 4-3 look for the Tornadoes. He brings that wing back in motion, gives him the quick pitch, and he's popped at the 36-yard line. He's going to lose almost 4 yards right there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 14. And that's great pursuit.
Yeah, that's number 9 and number 20.
Yeah, Former and Caleb Lee just shut that down on the outside. Wow. So they're actually going to mark him at the 38-yard line, Mitchell. I thought he actually lost more than that, but they're just going to give him a 2-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and long 12. Got to get to midfield for that first down. Ball on the near hash here. Quarterback under center. That's C. 2 receivers to the left. He brings that one in from the inside, left to right to left. Sure will.
I gotta tell you, boy, that's some great weather that we're having this afternoon. It's just wonderful out there. I mean, of course, we got some overcast, but the temperatures are in the upper 70s, and that helps out a lot of these young men not cramping up during the game.
And there's an injury timeout, so both teams are regrouping over here, but the Tornadoes are on the move ball at the Tiger 23-yard line, already trailing 22 to nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what, David, I'm having such a good time up here tonight. I might have to go to Byron's house and strap him down to a chair and put a gag in his mouth. So,
senior producer?
Yes, sir.
My senior producer, Dave Allen, he's with us tonight as he always is, trying to bring you the straight action. Dave, you've been right on the action all night.
Yeah, sorry again because of this bad signal. I think the weather's got the best of it.
Well, as Mitchell said, there is some overcast skies and with the overcast, but the football players definitely left, that's for sure. So the Tornadoes, like I said, at 22 to nothing. David Rogers, Mitchell Gunner, and Dave Holland here with you at David Hurst Stadium, aka Tornado Alley. Great crowd at the Union, the Butler Middle School people. They come over, and we've got a nice little crowd here for the Tornadoes as well. I was really already starting at your own, just outside the 7-yard line on the far hash. Let's see with 2:10 left. Let's see what the coaches dial up over there for the Tigers. They're going back to our coaches, head coach Travion Clayton, assistant coach Reggie Thomas. He's the quarterback running backs coach. Our assistant coaches for the middle school, Dan Easley. He's defensive coordinator, linebackers coach. Benton Ruiz, wide receiver coach and defensive backs. Hunter Cochran, he coaches the offensive line, defensive line, and Philip James also helps out with the defensive line and the linebackers. Look at the Tornadoes stack the ball. Gives it to his running back a little bit of running room. He'll slide to about the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. That'll be a nice 5-yard pickup.
Well, that was Jonas again on the play right there.
Yeah, and that was
Jalen Jonas.
Jalen Jonas, he's that playmaker. He's the guy that they want to get the ball to. He's the one that's got the speed and the quickness for the Tigers. And they blind him up in running back. They blind him up in the wing back position. They're just trying to shake it up and trying to get the ball to him any way they can. But the Tornadoes are just so quick and so fast, they don't allow him much room. Here we go. Tigers coming up in the line of scrimmage. One receiver out by the far boundary. Looks like he's going to bring that wing back in motion. He's going to give it to his running back. Hard running. And let's see where they mark it. They'll mark it at about the 15-yard line, I believe, and they're still going to be about almost 3 yards short of the first down.
There's Jonas again on the play there for Union County. Just coming out a little short.
Tackle made by Jamar Carter and company. And it's hard to see those numbers, Mitchell, because they blend in with that red uniform. I wish they would be with. Welcome into On the Spot with David Rogers Halftime Show. Mitchell Gunner joining us from On the Spot Motorsports Media. Mitchell, we've got a lot of things to talk about, and the main thing, if we want to stick on the football thing, is we have a big game over in Jacksonville this Friday night, and you know who that is again?
Well, that's Mander.
Mander Mustangs. Yeah, the Mandarin Mustangs, and we beat them here last year, and they're looking for some revenge, and we beat them pretty good. Let me tell you let me tell you a little something about Mandarin. So, I think you know this, Mitchell, and Dave, y'all being Gator fans, you do know that the backup quarterback of the Gators played for the Mandarin Mustangs last year, that when he played against us, he was hurt. Right. So Knox Annis, the freshman quarterback, had to come in, and guess who their quarterback is now? Knox Annis. And let me tell you, the Tornadoes bruised and beat him up last year. They're looking to get some revenge on us this Friday night. They're a good football team. They've got a wide receiver, and I know y'all know this young man. He played for the Jaguars flag football team this past year that won it all, that won the whole championship. And he's a 6'4" receiver, sophomore, and he is the number one. He's got 10 total tackles for loss and 4 solo tackles. And by the way, just to let you know, Bryson Wright, the all-world sophomore receiver, he plays a little safety too. Right. So we're going to have to watch out for that young man. And this ought to be a great football game, Mitchell. I tell you, it's one of those that, you know, Grafton's just got to go there and play, man, and just let the chips fall where they may. If you go there and play a good game, don't get blown out, and you only get beat by a touchdown or something, you can play with the big boys.
Well, you know, I think a lot of it just falls back on our offensive and defensive coordinator here. And I know they're going to go in there very prepared, just like they do for every other game. And like I said, I look for a lot of, the safety over the top to provide that extra coverage out there for that wide receiver to help the corner.
Yeah, and that's exactly right.
You can remember our corner's not that as tall as that.
No.
And so, you know, you have to be able to have that extra help.
Well, and you're right. I think they're going to play like a cover 2 on him. Like you said, you're going to play that corner out maybe tight on him. You're going to bring Palmetto or Jocker Payson up from the safety position to help out there. But, you know, when you got a good football player like that, he's going to get his. Just don't let him kill you with it. You know what I mean? Just try to eliminate the damage.
So you think Bradford will probably go to a 4-3 defense and try to use that middle linebacker to keep track?
The Tornadoes defense has bottled them up.
Yeah, and the Tigers, they need to do a little adjustment on their defense as well.
Their defense is standing at the, it looks like at about the 15-yard line. Is that number 4 for them, Mitchell? They're all well played there.
Yeah, that's number 14.
Jonas, yeah. Jonas is back deep to receive this for the Tigers, moving left to right on their radio dial. Standing back there with the white hat at about the, let's call it the 16-yard line. Let's see, our kicker's been kicking the ball great all night. He'll be kicking from the 40-yard line. Ball in the center of the field. Here we go. John, nice send over there and kick, and he kicks it over Jonas's head, but he goes back and fields it at the 5. He's just going to go out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. 2-yard return. Not sure why he did that. I think the gunners, Mitchell, were coming down both on the inside and the outside of that hash mark, and they were going to pop him if he was going to take it up the sideline.
I got to tell you, that was a great catch on the run. He got back there to the 5-yard line and snagged that thing out of the air.
Let's see what the Tigers can do. Moving left to right on your radio dial. 7:30, 7:28, 7:27. So just starting here, and are they going to back them up right here too? I'm looking for the signal from the right hat. Nope, they're going to mark the ball at the 15-yard line, just outside of the 15 on the far hash, and that's where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10. Let's see what they decide to do here. Southpaw left and right is his running backs. Just simple formation, 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. Here we go. Gives it to his running back, and the Tornadoes are all over and step it up, and they're actually going to lose it, Mitchell. Wow.
Yeah, and guess who had the ball there?
Yeah. Jonas. Yeah, Jonas is our playmaker, and right now he's trying to make something happen, but he can't make it happen by himself. So they'll need some help. But that's the Tornadoes getting great penetration. and I want to ask y'all, David, you and Mitchell, something. Can you see, we're here at the middle school game, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, on the spot with David Douglas here at David Hurst Stadium for this classic. Four receivers to the right, one to the left. Shotgun snap is the quarterback. Takes it, looks left-handed, steps up into the pocket, and he's going to get tackle. And that's three great defensive plays right there by the Tiger defense, excuse me. So that's where they'll take over, is at the 40-yard line.
And that was Tomlinson there on the tackle for Union County. Union County.
Union County, yeah, Union County, future Union County Tigers. So we got a timeout for a running back, but I just wanted to talk about how everything looks so familiar. You know, from the name Dave and Mitchell, from the name Tornadoes, because you remember at one time, David and Mitchell, do you remember they were the Hurricanes? They were the BMS Hurricanes for a while. And then I think, what now, like a school board vote or something about that?
Yeah, they decided to make everybody Tornadoes, to make it a tighter-knit school community.
Yeah.
That everybody was Tornadoes. Didn't matter what school it was in, elementary school or middle school. Because remember, you think back to Southside, you used to be called Southside Sharks.
Sharks, right.
And yes.
So I get it. I understand it. And I mean, that, you know, these guys are wearing the all red uniforms on. By the way, they got the red helmets with the, someone's got the stripe down the middle, someone's the all red helmet. They got the tornado on the side, the red jersey and the red pants with the piping down each side of the pants, and black numerals. The Tornadoes almost wear, the varsity Tornadoes almost wear the same uniform. So here we go, 1st and 10, moving left to right on the radio dial is the Tigers. Let's see what they can muster up. Ball in the center of the field, powerhouse backfield. Stay up underneath center. He's got two running backs lined up on each side. Here we go. Gives it to his run back around the left side. He'll have his first down and more. There's the tackle still going all the way inside the 37-yard line. Gain of 13 yards and a Tiger first down.
Yeah, a tackle there by number 53 and 33 for Bradford.
Gibbons and Jordan Brown on that tackle. And if they didn't make that tackle, he was going to get some more. But that's another nice little run there. I know the Tigers, and they may have something going here. 6 minutes left in the ball game. 36-0. The Tornadoes over the Tigers. Ball on the near hash. Coming up to the line of scrimmage. He's got a tight end on each side, left and right. One receiver lined up in tight on the left side. Southpaw left is his running back. Now he takes that wing back and brings him in motion. Gives it to his running back. And he's breaking it to the outside, and he's still on his feet. He's all the way down to about the 23-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 12 yards and another first down.
Yeah, nice pick up there by Jonas.
Jonas, you call his name online, Mitchell, I tell you, he's their go-to guy. And that was great blocking from the left side of the line, the guard and the tackle, and a great block by the receiver. Did you see how he pushed that corner out of the way and gave that lane to Jonas? And third, and let's call it a long 17 for that.
17 yards.
Yeah, 17 yards for that first down. They placed the ball at the 33. He's got to get it inside the 19, the 14-yard line. So, yeah, third 19, almost third and 20 for that ultimate first down.
I'm really surprised they don't go back to that one play earlier where they missed.
Yeah, this should be a two-play right here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. You have two plays to pick this up, Mitchell. Let's see if they can do it. Now they're looking and saying, okay, we're going to run this play. So he lines actually the quarterback took it, number 14, which is, your buddy Jonas, but he's back across the middle, and he threw it behind him. And Jonas does a little bit of everything. He's a left-handed quarterback as well. Or plays with his left hand. I think he's just an athlete. I don't think he just plays every position.
Yeah, he was trying to get the ball to Smith there and just, kind of threw it behind him, and he reached out for it, but
wholesale players coming in for the Tornadoes, guys that probably don't get a lot of playing time during the actual game. And look there, you got what, 6 guys coming off the field, and just wholesale changes here with 1:30 left, and now running on the offensive side and made a great couple plays and helped leading those that touchdown. As a matter of fact, he threw it and then he scored on the 2-point conversion. So we're going to call it like it is, and we try to show great sportsmanship with everybody. And like you said, I really appreciate that, Dave, and I appreciate you, Mitchell, for doing that. And that's just the way that we are as tornadoes. That's what I feel about it.
Well, like I said, we are tornadoes. We're fans.